Hello everyone, this is Tayo. I'm a property consultant and a realtor, and this week, as always, I want to share with you another amazing information that I believe you will find beneficial. I stumbled on one of the videos I did sometime last year. I think it was in June last year. And in that particular video, in fact, I think I uploaded a video on YouTube, one of our estates located in Bogije, and I think the heading was that the value of this estate will double in 12 months. That was in June last year. At the time, the estate was selling for 4 million naira per plot. But as of today, the value of that place has gone up to 7 million per plot. Now, 4 million per plot was for 500 square meters. So it was 4 million, no, for 600 square meters. 4 million for 600 square meters. But now it's selling for 7 million for 500 square meters. Let me do the math. Let me get the cost per square meters. So you have 4 million divided by 600. That's about 6.6k per square meters as at June last year. Currently it's selling for 7 million for 500 square meters. Now it's selling for 14,000 naira per square meter, which is actually more than double the price it was last year. So as of last year, it was selling for 6,667 naira per square meters, but now it's selling for 14,000 naira per square meter. That is already more than double. So it has actually, the value of that estate has actually more than doubled, and it's not even up to a year yet. So of course, when I was doing that video last year, I mentioned in that video that this is not just like a marketing. I know people say a lot of things like, oh, if you buy this estate, you get 100% ROI in 3 months, in 6 months, in whatever, you know. But in that particular video, I mentioned that this is not just like a marketing whatever, okay? It is a reality. It is something that is going to happen, and I have my reasons for that. So in today's video, I want to share with you some of the things that can help you to know whether the value of land in a particular area will appreciate, or how fast the value of land in an area can appreciate. So these are some of the things that will serve as pointers. If you find land in a place and you see some of these things, you can easily tell whether the value of that land, of course the value of land will always appreciate, but I'm talking about how fast the value of that land will appreciate. So a few things. Number one, you want to look at the proximity to well-known landmarks. Now this particular estate, when I did the video last year, in fact I'm going to put the link to that video in the description for this particular video, so that you can actually see that video that I'm talking about. So one of the ways by which I knew that the value of this place is going to go up very quickly is the fact that is the proximity to not just well-known landmarks, but the fact that it's in a location where a lot of people are already living in. There are lots of people already living in that community. The only challenge was that this particular estate is not easily accessible. Okay, as a matter of fact, it was actually the developer that opened up the road that leads to the location of the estate. So I knew that this place just needs to open up a little bit more, and before you know it, the value is going up. Okay, so proximity. If you find land in a place and you can see that maybe on your way, just before you get there, you can see that there's a community, a thriving community, people are living in this area already, there are other estates around very beautiful estates, well-known estates, well-known landmarks in that particular area, not far from your estate, regardless of the state of that particular place that is going on for sale. The issue now is not about the state, okay? All of the very, very nice estates you know today, all of the nice locations you know today, all started as either a bush or forest or swampy area or whatever. So the issue is not the state of the estate at the moment, but you want to look at, like I mentioned, the proximity to well-known landmarks or other existing estates, or considering the fact that it's a community where people are living in already. It's not just land in the middle of nowhere. There's some places you go to, you get to a point and then there's nothing everywhere. So it's just a large expanse of land that just goes on and on and on. But in this case, it's not just a large expanse of land that just goes on and on and on. Going down to the place, you can see people around, people living, there are schools around, it's already a thriving community. If you find a land to buy in such a location, or if you find that an estate has launched in such an area, if you are able to afford it, you're looking for a place where you can invest and get a good return on investment within a year, within 2 years, I will say invest in such a location. Another important factor is the proximity to industries or industrialized areas. I'm sure one of the reasons why the first set of people who invested in a place like Lekki Phase 1, I'm very sure, has to be proximity to Victoria Island. Of course, at the time, somebody said that when they got their location in Lekki Phase 1, that they could not even access their site. So usually you stand at a point and then they'll point to you that, okay, your land is over there, because the whole area was swampy. But of course, it was close to Victoria Island, which was, of course, the value of real estate in Victoria Island at the time was already, like, quite high. Victoria Island was like the commercial nerve center of Lagos. So getting land to buy close to such a place, already people who understand these things will know that, of course, it's only a matter of time. The value of land there is going to go up significantly. Today in Lekki Phase 1, you're talking about land as high as 200 million per plot to 150 million per plot, and so on and so forth. So proximity to industries, it's one of the reasons also why Ibeju-Lekki seems to be a place where a lot of people are investing in, okay? Because Ibeju-Lekki is a place where, and when I say Ibeju-Lekki, I'm referring to the free trade zone area, okay? Ibeju-Lekki actually starts from Abidjan. If you're familiar with this area, once you hear of Abidjan, Awoyaya, Bogije, Shakpati, all of these places they all fall within Ibeju-Lekki local government area, okay? But I'm referring to the free trade zone area, okay? One of the reasons why a lot of people are investing in the free trade zone area is because the area is going to be highly industrialized. And of course, one of the things about that is the fact that industries will always attract people who want to come and work, who want to come and do business. And as a result, you expect that the value of land in those areas will go up. So if you find land that is close to an industrial area, such lands, there is a possibility that the value of land in such areas will grow very fast. Of course, you know that industrial areas are also areas where there's a lot of activities going on, a lot of money exchanges hands a lot, and these factors also drives up the cost of real estate. Another interesting thing you want to look at, okay, is the presence of major or top developers. Okay, if you are somebody who is keen on investing in real estate, I do believe that, of course, you probably have knowledge of some of the top developers in Lagos or in the area where you have interest in. Okay, so when you see a top developer move into a particular area to start developing an estate, it is only a matter of time. In fact, sometimes the price appreciation happens within a very, very short time. You can see price of land going by as high as 200% within 1 year. We have seen this happen again and again and again. So this is practical. This is not textbook or web. This is what we have seen, doing business, especially for me that I do business in the Lekki corridor. Once you find a major or a top developer move to a particular area to go and develop an estate, the price of land in that area is going up. So if you know, or if you get to know about estates or land in such areas, and you are able to buy early or buy when it's still relatively affordable, you can be certain, you can be sure that the value will go up within a short time. Okay. Another factor, okay, another thing that I've also noticed, which I also think that you can also take advantage of, especially for those who are looking out to buy land where the value can go up significantly. I noticed that the value of newly launched estates, almost double within a short period of time. This doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of times, especially when the location has some of the other features that I've mentioned before. Okay, when the estate launches newly, usually the developer puts a price tag to attract people, and that can enable the developer put a few things in place. And after some of these things have been put in place, you realize that the value begins to go up. So a lot of people know this already. As a matter of fact, there are some of our clients who will tell us, please, as soon as any other estate launches, let me know. So when the estate launches, even if they are unable to buy at once, do they have a payment plan? Can they do 12 months? Can they do 18 months? How much is down payment? Down payment is 500,000. I can do 500,000. I pay 500,000 and I continue to pay. So usually when new estate launches, the starting price is such that before you know it, within 6 months, within 12 months, within 18 months, the value of that estate has doubled. So that's another factor you want to look at. A newly launched estate by a well-known developer, a lot of times the value does go up within a very short period of time. Another factor you want to consider is that if you notice or you hear that people are buying land a lot in a particular area, okay, so you hear that people are moving to this area, people are buying land a lot in this area. Of course, you have to do your due diligence. You want to make sure two very important things. I keep talking about due diligence because I'm particular, not just about you buying land, but also buying your land and not having problems with your land. This is extremely important. So I'm always talking about doing your due diligence. So if you find land, a lot of people are buying land in a particular area, it is very likely that the value of land in that area will continue to go up, or will go up very fast. Again, the reason is very simple. Land is fixed, and if demand is high, the value will also go up. Okay, but do your due diligence. Make sure that number one, the land doesn't belong to the government, and number two, you are buying from the rightful owner. You are buying from the rightful owner. You want to make sure that you are not buying land from Mr. B when the land belongs to Mr. A. These are some of the things that causes land disputes or issues with land purchase. So if people are buying land a lot in a particular area, it is a pointer to the fact that within a short time, the value of land in that area is going to increase. Another important thing that you also must understand is the fact that now there are so many realtors doing in the business, and so word about lands go out very fast. Okay, so when a new estate launches, especially when it's an estate that is in a very good location that has some of these things I've talked about, or when it's an estate owned by a well-known developer, a developer who has a reputation for delivering on time, for high quality infrastructure, word goes out very fast. And of course, if word goes out very fast and this estate starts selling very fast, of course these developers already have plans on how they want to sell their estates. they'll say, okay, we're going to sell 25% of this estate at so price, and then once we sell that, we sell the another 25% at so price, and then we sell another 25% at so price. We'll reserve the remaining 25% for the future. So so this factor is another factor that leads to increase in price within a short time. So you hear that an estate launches at 5 million in June, by October it's already 10 million. Why? Because what has gone out very fast, a lot of people have learned about this estate, and a lot of people have bought in very, very fast. And of course, because the developer has their own target, we want to sell 100 plots at 5 million. They were able to sell that much within, let's say, 3 months. Of course, they will increase their price, and of course, when the price goes up, it doesn't come down. So what goes out very fast, this also can lead to a sharp increase in the value of land, and this is good for you as an investor, because that is what you want to see. You want to see the value of your land go up. Also, land proximity to a water body, whether it's a lagoon or whether it's the ocean, this kind of land, if you find land that is close to the lagoon, that is close to the ocean, and you find it at a relatively low price, you be very, very sure that the value of such lands will go up significantly within a short time. There is a beachfront estate in the Bejuleki which sold for about 4 million, I think, last year. Currently it's selling for about 12 million. That is 300 times in 300% increase in 1 year. 300% in 1 year, because it's close to the lagoon. So waterfront properties, of course, usually are premium properties, so the value goes up quite fast. So if you know about waterfront property, or this estate is close to the beach, it's close to the lagoon, be very sure that the value of that place is going up very, very fast. Then I want to keep my videos as short as possible. I've mentioned a lot of things, and there are still some other factors. So I'm just going to round off with this other point, is that you deal with a realtor who understands the business, okay? And it's also important that you take time to have a discussion with your realtor. This is something that maybe a lot of people do not do. You want to sit your realtor down and make your realtor understand what you want, because sometimes what you think will give you what you want may not be what you actually need. There has been situations excuse me, there has been situations where people reach out to me and say, oh, Tayo, I'm interested in this estate, and I'm like, okay, no problem, I mean, we can inspect. And then somehow, we started talking, okay, this is what I'm looking at, this is what I'm looking at. And then I'm like, okay, this is not going to work, and I'm going to give reasons. I always give reasons. If I tell you that this is not going to work, of course, there has to be reasons. I give my reasons. I remember somebody reached out to me. He wanted to buy land around like a Tropicana, and he said he wants to start building the following year. And I said, that's not possible. Okay, if you're buying land in those areas, it's land you're buying to keep for maybe 5 to 10 years. If you know that you're not ready to leave your money in an investment for 5 years, for 10 years, I really do not think that is an area where you should invest in. That was at the time. He told me he wanted a land where you can start building within a short time. I said, well, that is not what you need. So sometimes it's important to deal with a knowledgeable realtor who understands the business, who understands the terrain. Explain your needs, your expectations to the realtor, and of course you expect the realtor to be able to give you reasons for whatever it is that they are recommending to you. Okay, so deal with a knowledgeable realtor, discuss your options, and this can also help you. If you make your objective clear to the realtor, oh, Mr. Realtor, you see, I want to buy land, and I want to buy land that can appreciate fast. Do you have some? If you do, why do you think, or what are the reasons that you think this place will appreciate fast? And then I'll tell you, okay, these are the reasons from experience. This has happened before, and I know it's going to happen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So this is very important for those of you who are looking to invest in a land. Of course, one of the major reasons for investing is to grow your money, and of course, you want to invest your money in the place where you believe is going to grow very, very fast. So all of these things I have listed, and even some more are some of the pointers or some of the things that tells you that land in a particular area will appreciate very, very fast. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I welcome your contributions, your comments. I'm also open to learning, and I want to appeal to you to please subscribe to my, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Instagram, please follow. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content, information that you will find very, very valuable on your property investment journey. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.